Welcome, everyone, to this brand new edition of 5 Round MMA. My name is Alex Ramirez, alongside my co-host, Albert Zeta. Thank you all for tuning in this week, whether it be on audio format, wherever you get your podcasts, Podomatic, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, wherever you get your audio podcasts, we are available. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you very much. Make sure to leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you are up to date whenever we drop a cool video on our 5 Round MMA YouTube channel. Albert, how's it going, man?
I'm doing good.
I see you're wearing the Dodgers shirt here, man. It's been a rough week for the Dodgers.
That's exactly why I wore it, because one of the first things I learned, so I was late in the game when it comes to baseball. I'll be the first one to admit it. But the one thing that annoys me about Dodger fans is they're Dodger fans, and I hear more smack talk from the Dodger fans than from other people. Like, they trash their own team like hard.
Yeah.
And I'm not about that. So I'm trying to
you gotta lift your boys up, right?
Yeah. So I'm just trying to show support. Look, I agree. Jensen needs to get replaced. All right, I agree. Yeah, it was the umpire's bad call, but I think Jensen should be replaced. But at the same time, bro, I'm still supporting the guys.
You're not out there throw him in the trash, burn his jersey. He's good for nothing. He never did anything for the team, and it's like that with Laker fans too. It's like
it's tough out here in LA, bro.
So quick to forget what you've done.
Exactly.
But I think they'll be good. It's called the dog days of summer for a reason. It's that middle to late July and all of August where it's just like a grind. I think people who don't watch baseball a lot, or just say, hey man, this is 6-month season practically, and it's hot out. Guys are probably tired, fatigue. You got that repetition where it's a little boring right now because the playoff picture is not really kind of forming. That's why September is really exciting. That last run for the playoffs, teams really get kind of prep for those who are going to make the playoffs. It's the dog days of summer, man. You're gonna have weeks like this.
And people forget the Dodgers did that late momentum push last time, and I mean that's all they need.
Yeah.
The players are in place. They just gotta get hot.
I think it's just a couple bad weeks. Also, too, we got a shout out to. I know I was more into the NBA Finals than you were this year, but the Greek Freak, Milwaukee Bucks.
Hey, you know what?
I was pulling for them.
I was going for Phoenix.
Yeah.
Just West Coast is the best coast.
Yeah.
But when you have a 50-point game, you deserve the freaking win, bro. Honestly. I can't even hate on the Bucks. Congrats on the Bucks. It was a good series, and at the end of the day, I was freaking entertained. So that's cool.
Yeah, I kept thinking to myself when watching the final game, I kept saying, "Oh, this is the first win in like 50 years for the Milwaukee Bucks." I thought to myself, "How lucky are we, Albert, to be Lakers fans? That where we've experienced, I think, since in our lifetime,
we're spoiled.
We had like 6 or 7 in our lifetime.
What do you think is so tough right now? We're just used to championships. People be
Can you imagine 50 years without a championship?
Yeah, everyone keeps bringing up, we won last year. Okay, I'm used to like dynasties.
I want to win this year, bro.
Where's the back-to-back?
If it ain't back-to-back, it didn't happen, bro.
Yeah, it don't count if it ain't back-to-back in LA.
Well, speaking of championships and championship products, this week's show is brought to you by Foxhound Fuel. Train hard, stay sharp. Go to foxhoundfuel.com, enter promo code 5MMA for 25% off your order of one of or all 3 of their great products. They have a ready pre-workout formula, a during ready hydration workout that keeps you hydrated during your workout, and a post-workout recovery formula. 3 great flavors, all natural ingredients, no jittery feelings, no artificial sweeteners or sugars. Go to foxhoundfuel.com and enter promo code 5MMA. They got a ready, hydrate, and recover. 3 great powders. All of them three taste great, and all 3 different flavors too. That way, if you're all 3 in your program, you're not drinking, you're not doing cherry 3 times in a row.
You're not doing sour gummy all 3 times.
So go to foxhoundfuel.com, and another championship product, Wildbar. Go to wildbar.co. Enter promo code 5 Round MMA 15 for 15% off your order of great tasting, nutrient dense, not even protein bars. It's a nutrient dense nutrition bar. It is all natural, paleo friendly, vegan friendly, no refined sugars, non-GMO, gluten free, made with ingredients you can pronounce. It got 3 great flavors: cherry, pineapple, which I have here in my hand, and blueberry. Go to wildbar.co, enter promo code 5RoundMMA15 for 15% off your order. Albert, man.
Dude,
great stuff.
I just want to point out, because I'm just a nerd for like good marketing, good packaging.
Well, you did study that in college. You did study graphic design a little bit.
This design is freaking awesome, bro. Like on the real, like I'm not even awesome that they sponsor the show and whatever. But bro, check that out. That's tight. Like I whenever I see good marketing and good graphics, I gotta point it out.
Sticks out, right? What is
but
that?
I will also point out bad graphics too. But that's good. That's good.
If you go to any and whenever we do a website search here for like Impact or WWE or AEW, Albert's the first one to call out how horrible it is and how stuff are designed. You can't find anything on the website.
I am AEW Mark, probably the worst site I have ever seen. And I seen Bellator's website. It's horrible, bro. All Elite Wrestling, please hire a web designer. God damn, that thing's ugly.
Well, on this week's show, a lot to talk about. We got the UFC Fight Night. Sandhagen versus Dillashaw to talk about, which I think was a pay-per-view quality fight leading into it, and it delivered more than that. It was on ESPN. I think we were spoiled as MMA fans. That was an amazing fight, one of the top fights of the year so far. We're going to talk about all the WWE relevant news. We'll really quickly talk about WWE Money in the Bank, the surprise returns of Cena, Goldberg, Keith Lee, the reaction of Karrion Kross losing on Raw, and we're going to talk about the big rumors on AEW, but two potential big signings, the former Daniel Bryan and the returning CM Punk. If those do happen, what's that going to change the landscape at all for AEW and for professional wrestling? And in the championship rounds, we're going to be joined by professional MMA fighter out of Tennessee, Dre, the One-Eyed Dragon Miley. He has a fight coming up this Friday, the 30th, for XMMA. It's going to be a great comment. He has a very unique story for this guy. A setback in life did not hold him back. This dude's on the verge of one of the...
No excuses, bro.
On the verge of being signed to one of the top promotions, either Bellator or PFL or UFC. He's on the verge like that. So he's going to talk to us about his journey and his upcoming fight. So stick around there for the championship rounds. But Albert Cito, let's get started with round number one. Let me get the timer started. Hold on, sir. I should get this up. I'm going to invest in like a stop clock that we have that here. So round number one, UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Dillashaw. A lot of cool stuff to talk about real quick. Tough loss for Miranda Maverick.
Oh, real tough loss.
Former, not guest, but we do have an article on her. If you go to 5roundmma.com, I interviewed her a few years ago talking about her journey. So it's great on there. She's been hardworking since day one. Minor setback, but she's only 24 years old. Big trust me, you're going to see a lot more Miranda Maverick in the future. Adrian Yanez, bro. Oh my, what a comeback. He got pieced apart that first round. I never seen a dude's head swivel back so far with the jab. And he said, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm
just gonna knock this fool out real quick.
2-piece body shot, uppercut, knocks out Randy Costa. That was a great fight.
Yeah. Good way to start off the main event, I thought.
Yeah.
And again, I'm a big fan of Miranda. And then I actually believe the hype behind Macy. I was one of those guys that ate it up. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm starting to get flashbacks of Paige Van Zandt, to tell you the truth. I see.
She's a product of Alpha Male, right?
Yeah. I'm getting flashbacks. I see the potential. I see why she has such a good record. I can see why people are getting behind her. I mean, I got behind her, but like, I don't know, bro. I don't think that next gear is there.
That next level, right?
I honestly thought Miranda won that fight. Not even trying to be biased, I really do think she won the fight. And but even so, let's say give Macy the win. It was not an impressive win. No, it was not.
No, and it's also a credit to how tough of a fight Miranda is. So,
but I expect maybe because John Jones spoiled us, because John Jones and Izzy were, I think, the last like hype trains, I think, from like off the bat. Maybe we're just too spoiled that we expect too much. I mean. I'm starting to see, like I said, Paige Van Zandt, Uriah Hall. I don't know, dude. I don't think she's going to live up to what we think she should have been.
Well, only time will tell. I'm going to talk about Darren Elkins, dude.
Bro, dude, tell me why.
Excuse me. I don't know how this guy does it, man.
I was legit, like, he left me speechless in his fight. I was like, you got to be kidding me right now.
He just goes head first, and like, you're just going to punch the crap out of me, and then the second round, I would have come and just
hey, man, respect, dog.
I respect. Anybody who's followed Darren Elkins' career since day, this is what he does. It's what he does.
If you're rocking that tattoo, you gotta fight that way.
What did the DC called him? Grimy, just a grimy son of a gun, man. That's him. And also respect to him. He's 37 years old, which is, I can't say much because he's a couple years our senior. But he said, you know what? when they asked him who to fall out, you know what? Give me whoever. He said, I'm at the point of my career where just give me matchups where it's going to be fun to watch.
Respect.
He knows where his spot's at. It's kind of like that Cowboy Cerrone. Dude, title shot, not going to happen. Just give me fun fights where I can maybe get a bonus and fans are going to remember me.
Yeah.
And people remember Darren Elkins, man, that damage tattoo.
All respect to Darren Elkins.
Yeah, Kyler Phillips and probably a good main event. Good co-main event.
Another one I thought was the wrong decision. I actually had Phillips winning it. I didn't think Pavia did enough. This is another one too that I was kind of like, I don't get how excited some fighters get when it's this close. Like, I don't know, like it felt like I felt like Pavia felt like he one-sided him when I really do think Phillips won that
yeah,
fight.
it's kind of hard to say. Hey, man, you celebrating so hard. It's a split decision.
So I think there's
or majority decision for this fight.
I think there's three big. So this was the second one I thought that I think they got it wrong. And then obviously
co-main event. Dude, honestly, to both these fighters, I have never been the big Dillashaw fan. He was one of my least favorite alpha males when they were on top. Remember that they had that year span or a couple year span where they were like the whole camp was undefeated for like 2 years straight almost. Returns after 2 years for suspension. Dude, this fight, all respect to both guys, was I think one of the top one of the fights of the year. I think pay-per-view quality fight leading into it. It 100%. Delivered. This was a pay-per-view quality fight. I had Sandhagen winning. I think so. You said you said off camera he pieced them apart. I saw that more than just the control against the fence and the leg kicks and 1 or 2 takedowns that Dillashaw landed.
The biggest hits came from Corey, and I get the whole octagon control part. I get that. I get whoever's like, I guess, pushing the fight. But at the same time, if you're not being effective and doing more than just that, I don't see how you can win that fight. In all honesty, I think TJ not only stole a fight, but he barely did enough to even compete.
It was a split decision win. I think and again, if you want to know why I don't like TJ Dillashaw, post fight they asked him about that cut against his brow. Oh, this was a cut I had to come in camp. Yeah. Then he said too, post fight interview. Oh, I was hurt. I never even sparred once. My legs. I couldn't spar at all. I was completely hurt. And I still beat Corey Sandhagen. Dude, take the win. Say you want to fight give me one more fight. Just like
in all honesty,
humble pie and TJ Dillashaw do not mix, man. But whatever.
What would give me a lot more respect is if he would have gave the option of, you know what, me and Corey can run it back. If he really was hurt and that wasn't the best TJ we saw, well, run it back and destroy the guy
in one round, right?
In one round. So I think he had an opportunity to really gain some more respect instead of doing the typical trash talking and already.
Even though you won, you won, man.
I feel like if he would have just throw the option out of I'll run it back just to show you guys, just shut you guys up.
Yeah,
I think was the better option.
I think for TJ Dillashaw, he always has this chip on his shoulder that's too big for a 2-time champion. Dude, you're a 2-time champion. Why are you coming up with saying this stuff for? Yeah, I beat you. On to the next one. You don't need to say you were hurt or this is a cut that happened already. Give respect to Sandhagen. He pieced you apart. You got the win. The judges gave you the win. Move on to the next one. Sandhagen said post-fight interview that Sean Shelby said you're still 1 fight away, which I think is kind of saying something. Like, hey, bro, I think you probably won this fight.
I think a lot of people would think that.
But the bantamweight divisions are this weird kind of it's weird spot.
You got the champ. He had neck surgery, or he already had it. Or
Algernon still had neck surgery, so he's recovering. But people are calling him the fake champion because the illegal knee that Peter Yan did. So Peter Yan, in a lot of people's eyes, is the uncrowned champion. I don't think he's injured. He wants that fight with Sterling.
And then there's still Font, right?
Yeah, and you got Cody Garbrandt on there too as well. So I don't know if TJ said he wants the winner of that fight between Sterling and Yan, but who knows when that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I sort of see if the UFC is going to be throwing around interim titles.
Might as well do TJ and
Peter.
Peter, yeah.
I like it.
And then give Corey Font.
I like it.
Title eliminator right there.
I like it. So, and then honestly, Sterling, dude, you're kind of...
I mean...
You're hurt, but at least you're still a champion. That's it, right? That's it for round number 1. We're going to come back and talk about the latest happenings in the world wrestling entertainment universe. Woo! Lots to go on, lots to talk about. That's coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
5-round MMA.
Welcome back. Time for round number 2. what is happening in the world of WWE or the universe of WWE? Sorry if Vince McMahon hears this. Last week, Money in the Bank happened, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Pretend when you listen to this now. Money in the Bank happened. Big E, Nikki, almost superhero. I like both of those winning them.
Yep.
Nikki won the women's Money in the Bank. Big E
Good
won.
fresh matchups.
Yep, I like it. But the big news was Roman Reigns doing what he needed to do with Edge. Get Edge out of the picture. But the return of John Cena.
Yeah.
It's now the summer of Cena, according
Again.
to WWE. Kind of stares back, does a promo, and then goes off the air. Cena kicks off Raw and SmackDown this week, talking trash, wearing his bright green shirt, bright green hat. Same old Cena. Good to see him again. But people like Roman Reigns cut a promo on Friday saying, hey, it's the same old Cena. We'll see how it goes here. I guess it's leading towards SummerSlam.
Uh-huh.
But Monday night, you had the return of Keith Lee, who, quote-unquote, got buried, which I don't know how. Was he going to win against Bobby Lashley, win the championship, or win a...
There's no way. I mean, maybe he shouldn't have came back to face Bobby Lashley. And if he did, I get it. It should have been a more competitive match.
But Bobby, he's beaten everybody.
Yeah, that's true, too. I don't know. I just feel like it was just a weird booking.
Then right after that, Goldberg comes out, faces off against Lashley. So it looked like Lashley versus Goldberg.
Bro. Can Goldberg just go, bro?
Let's finish Monday real quick. And then we got the debut of Karrion Kross, NXT champion, loses to Jeff Hardy, who all of a sudden...
2 minutes, bro.
We'll get to one each of that one. That was Monday. Right?
And then SmackDown, we got Finn Balor.
Yeah. And then just more John Cena, right?
Yeah, and John Cena.
Yeah.
I think those were the big ones. And then the Usos won the belt, leaving the family with all the SmackDown belts, right?
So let's start with the big one, the return of John Cena. How are you seeing this kind of playing out for him? Just get butts in the seats, right?
Same old.
I didn't start the timer.
Yeah,
Started, whatever.
But yeah, I saw it coming. I knew that if they couldn't get Brock, Cena's probably going to be the guy that we're going to see, because there is no way you're bringing out The Rock this soon. It's a WrestleMania matchup. I think everyone's waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Here's one of the craziest.
Brock versus Roman?
No, The Rock.
Oh, The Rock. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I know the build-up's going to be fast, but that's all I need. It's one of those matches that you saw the writing on the wall and you just wanted it to happen, and it's the perfect time for it to happen. So with John Cena, I just see him just building up the steam a little bit more. I really don't see much coming out other than putting Roman over, and it's going to be a dirty finish just because I don't see him doing a clean pin on Cena or a clean win on Cena. Yeah. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's Cena, bro. Those preteens are probably excited.
Well, not even anymore. Like preteens
They're
are
not
like
preteens. Are they in high school?
I'm trying
now,
to think.
Or how old are they now?
Dose Leprechaun Nate.
He's about to graduate,
and he was like a Cena.
So they're like older high school guys.
So yeah, coming out graduating. That was the prime Cena age. Remember?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I was surprised. But what surprised me about Cena was that it's going to be the summer of Cena. Like he's going to be at the live events. He's going to be at probably every Raw and SmackDown possible. Even though they should just keep on SmackDown. That really surprised me. He's put in the effort. Probably more likely because he has the Suicide Squad coming out, and so he's cross promotional things that's going on. I don't see anything big coming out of it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like if Cena wins, he's another championship.
It's like, in all honesty, again, like I don't want to make this like a poop on Cena round, but like there's no matchups that I care for to see versus Cena.
Everybody on the current roster, he's faced already. You can't say he's AJ, Roman.
The only one that I might want to see is Big E versus Cena, because I think they'll probably work well together. Yeah. And then Big E needs all the push he can get right now to stay up there, because I feel like he's getting lost in the shuffle already.
Yeah, it's what happens when you've been with a company for 20 years. You've wrestled everybody already.
But other than that matchup, I really don't. I'm not excited to see any.
And you already kind of let your growing out for Goldberg.
Oh, dude, you can talk about this. Let him go, bro. The guy he didn't have a good match in his prime. What makes you think he's going to have a good match now?
Well,
he's been stinking up the joint. The last 3 matches Goldberg has had were stink fests. The best one was against Drew McIntyre, and I'm really I'm pulling straws when I'm saying it was a good match.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was squash and a bunch of trash matches, bro. Stop. Let him go.
I just don't want this to be an anchor towards Bobby Lashley.
Look,
like Bobby Lashley is a star.
Yeah.
He's a star. If you
and a bad match can bury Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I think so too, because he's such on thin. I really do think there is this kind of thin ice he has on, especially with the online fans who just went for one little thing to say, I told you he was trash, he's never good.
Yeah.
Even though it's all bullcrap anyways, this dude's, he's been a hard worker since day one, constant professional. How many times have you heard Bobby Lashley get in trouble for saying something stupid or doing something stupid? No, he is actually a professional champion.
Yeah, see, look, I
has the look, works out, bro. Come on.
I trash Sting all the time. All the time I hate Sting. I don't want Sting at all in the programming, but he at least shut me up on the last match. He came, he showed up. I don't know if it was more Scorpion Sky and the other guys. But that's besides the point. The point is, he showed he can go. Yeah. And at the end of the day, that's all I want to see. I want to see an entertaining, good match. Sting gave me that. I shut the hell up. You know what? Give me more Sting then. Yeah. I don't. Goldberg, not going to have him with Goldberg. Goldberg has not shown me crap. He didn't show me crap before in his prime. He hasn't. Stop. Just let him go. If they're not going to put him against Matt Riddle, take him off the program, bro. Yeah, that's a true beef. People forget that. Yeah. Riddle and Goldberg. Finn Balor comes back. Super excited. I like it. I think it was the perfect way to deal with Finn Balor. I feel like I think Finn Balor really did get played out in WWE, and he put him. Well, I don't know whose fault it was, but he was in a weird situation where he was played out, and so I think the NXT kind of hit that refresh button, get you hype up on Finn Balor again, and now I'm excited to see him in the main roster again. I want to see him against Roman Reigns. I want to see him against anybody in the top 5 or 10 in the roster. Even if he loses, he's getting buried. Like, just being in the ring with Roman Reigns on a main event spot, whether it be on SmackDown or a pay-per-view, that means you're a top guy. And they're going to be good matches. They're going to be good matches. That's going to get the rub. The rub. It's like, okay, just because you don't have to win every match to be considered, you see they buried him. Just being in the ring with the champion at times is all you need. Yep. Keith Lee, dude's been gone for the whole year. He's got that rub against Bobby Lashley. Now, guess what? When they run it back with him and Bobby Lashley, there's a pass there. You beat me one time, bro. I'm gonna beat you again when I come back. I'll give you that Keith Lee thing, but there's no way anybody can convince me what they did with Cross was a good idea. We'll talk about that. Okay. Okay. So Keith Lee, I think he's a star. Don't worry about it, dude. Yeah. He's like, I'll let that one pass. Yeah. I just thought it was weird. To make that the comeback, but I'll give you the pass. Karrion Kross, I'm not a big fan of. First of all, let's not even get to the match yet. Yeah, the guy has one of the coolest entrances. He's all presentation. Yeah, he's all before the match. Exactly, which is cool. But he's all before the match. If that is the biggest sell for your guy, how you gonna take that away from him? So right off the bat, he's already starting at like negative points to me. He looks like a deer in headlights without Scarlet, doesn't he? Dude, I was just like, I don't know what's going on. As a fan, I was a deer in headlights. I was like, what's going on? Why did they mess up? Why is Cross coming out by himself? Not with this cool music, his cool gimmick, fog, the good camera angles. Bro, imagine introducing Finn Balor without the Finn Balor entrance. I mean, you're pretty much burying the guy off the bat, bro. Yeah. Okay, so we have this. Now we get into the match. Which, to his credit, it's Jeff Hardy. Okay. First ballot Hall of Famer. Fine. Yeah. Jeff Hardy, I get the win. But a 2-minute match where Cross does all offense and Hardy gets a off the rope pin. He puts his feet on the rope, cheats. I get it. Not a clean win. I get it. He's more experienced. Not a clean win. But a 2-minute beatdown and then that's the pin? Come on. There's no way. I'll let you try, Alex, but there is no way you can justify that to me. I can't justify, especially knowing WWE, they're probably never going to address it again. I guarantee you they're going to put Jeff Hardy against something else, and they just have Karrion Kross just kind of be there. He looks completely like a deer in headlights without the presentation. But in ring, he's like basic as they come, but he's all that presentation, and he just looks so lost out there. He looks so... Imagine taking away that huge SmackDown stage and that audience being filled. He just looks so lost out there. But take away the Fiend's entrance and all that stuff too. Yeah, it's all the same. Or thing. Undertaker, and then like you're just So I just don't understand that. Fine, okay, give him the 2 minutes because you feel like he's not ready yet, and he's losing to a Hall of Famer anyways. But why are you going to take the guy's steam like that? And that doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of the crying out loud for the wrestling community was like, WWE or Vince hates NXT. He's burying NXT. He hates them. I'm not going to go that far. But then why not give him his entrance at least? I don't know. Well, that's the part that I'm really confused. Okay, how many gimmicks and characters transform from NXT to the main roster? How many have done that? They all completely switch. None of it. And it almost is like...
if you were like, if I'm like Triple H or whoever's in charge of NXT, don't even bother giving these guys a gimmick because when they come up to the main roster, it just gets completely changed anyways.
But I feel like if the guys in charge go see NXT and just see Cross's entrance, they'll be like, hey, you know what? That's cool, bro.
Yeah. It's so funny too. Even before this, when it was announced that Karrion Kross and a couple other wrestlers were having...
We're going to get the push or...
No, but they were having workouts or dark matches in the WWE at the Thunderdome. I thought to myself, how pointless is that? Like, can't they... People from WWE just watch NXT?
Yeah, why do you need a dark match these days?
Can't they just go to the performance center and watch them wrestle?
Isn't that the dark match?
Yeah, isn't it? And I just it's like this disconnect. And I know Albert and I, we work for like larger organizations where sometimes one office doesn't know what the other office is doing, and you want to think that WWE is this tight run company, but it's appearing that's not at all, right?
Especially when your son-in-law is the guy running the other organization.
Yeah, you think maybe like maybe.
Yeah, imagine if you were in charge of one organization, I was in charge of the other one, but then you ain't talking. And
it's like, what the? Yeah, it's like, what's going on here? I don't know this guy. It's like you think maybe when you're visiting with the grandkids, like, hey, how's Karrion Kross doing? Oh yeah, no, who's this guy? So I don't know. WWE,
look.
I don't know. It's just like it's completely three different things.
It's so crazy because the way I see WWE is they have all these like prime ingredients. I mean, they have like the Kobe beef. They got all these beautiful ingredients. I just feel like they're not giving me the 3-course meal that they can give me.
Yeah.
That's the way I picture it. But I'm not, again, I don't want to make the round poopy on WWE because they got nothing but cream of the crop stuff all over the place. They're just putting it together bad, bro. Like,
yeah, like you said, that's a great way to put it. They have the ingredients. They have the prime, fresh farm. Yeah. They have the farm fresh
table, but they're not giving me the
But the presentation and the final product is just like a McDonald's cheeseburger. Mm-hmm. So that's it for round number 2. We're going to come back and switch gears. Still talk about professional wrestling, but we're switching to the other big dog in the yard. Ooh. All Elite Wrestling and the potential signings that are coming up next that could completely shake the world of professional wrestling coming up next.
5-round MMA.
Welcome back. Time for round number 5. I guarantee we're going to go long again here because it's professional wrestling. So
I'm telling you, dude, I think we are going to do the Patreon or the Twitch live.
Yeah.
Because the stuff we talk off camera is better than on camera.
Yeah.
But you got to pay for that.
Exactly.
You got to pay for it because I'm putting my career on the line when I say off camera.
We want your $2.99 for Patreon, all right? That's going to be the starting point. Tier 1 Patreon, $2.99 to hear Albert's hot takes. So we talked about WWE the first round. Second round, I'll be this round on round number 3. AEW. Huge news came out of nowhere. Basically that. Well, at first it was like talks that Daniel Bryan were stalling with WWE.
And that's been for a couple months. So Daniel Bryan's been the big talk for like the last 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
Where there's speculation that AEW's signed to him, but WWE still has maybe something going on with him. But a lot of it was very tight-lipped. Yeah. The dirt sheets were really telling much.
Yeah, and for as much as I there's a lot of good dirt sheets out there that are reputable, that are kind of every once in a while break news, but unfortunately, not until it comes from Uncle Dave, Daddy Dave Meltzer's mouth. I'm not believing it. And he's talking about Daniel Bryan signing with AEW, and this is where it's going to go. Nothing's set in stone yet, I guess, but it's potential for lesser dates, more creative control, and the opportunity to wrestle for other organizations, specific Japan. Which is kind of funny, and supposedly it's the same money he would have made in WWE, which really made me think, like, what happened? Like, wasn't he part of the creative team for WWE, like booking? Like, wasn't he responsible for getting Cesaro like that main event push?
Yeah, I remember.
And then he wasn't wrestling that much all the time. So, is it really coming to him? He really wants to wrestle in Japan. Is that why he left WWE?
That's what I'm saying. I honestly think like Daniel Bryan's a true wrestling fan and a true person that believes in his art. That just like any artist, you want to give your last performance, the last big one. And you know what? Like, respect, bro. Like, honestly, like I honestly think Daniel Bryan is just trying to give you his Mona Lisa and then saying bye and writing off. I think that WWE door will always be open.
I think so too, yeah.
I think Daniel Bryan did way too much in WWE for them not to ever bring him back again. And I think he knows it too. But at the same time, the guy's 40 years old. He has a family. I think he knows he only has a set period of matches, and he just wants to, check it. You never want to leave the business with being like, man, I should have,
Yeah.
And I think that's all he's doing. There's a lot of really good matchups in AEW, Ring of Honor, AAA, New Japan. There is a crop. It reminds me of like, what if Undertaker were to face so and so and so and so and so, or even you can even go down to say like Macho Man. If he would have faced so and so, how would that match? And I just think this is strictly that.
Yeah.
But I do think it's huge game changer though, regardless of his age, regardless of what the perception is when he was at the tail end of WWE. I honestly think this is game changing thing that's going to happen.
Yeah. Or even like it's a horrible example, but I keep like, what if like Brett and Owen were around when WCW came into WWE? Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, RVD. Can you imagine those matchup with Brett and Owen?
Dude, and we were the funny part is we were like, it just sucks that we were deprived of that with Bret Hart because of Goldberg. But yeah, dude, imagine we never got to see the Bret Hart versus Eddie. Bret Hart versus like Chris Benoit on the big stage.
If like Scott Hall was healthy and came back with an 0-1, you had like all these good matchups. So,
bro, if you would have gave me a seasoned Hart Foundation versus the Steiner brothers, that
would be cool, right?
Or even the Outsiders. Imagine if they could have somehow done the Outsider. Bro.
Yeah.
Damn you, Razor Ramon. Why don't you stay healthy, son of a bitch?
Stay off the sauce, bro. But I do respect to Daniel Bryan. Like he's putting art first. It's like you make the money. We always talk about this, like the guys in the indie scene, like the Finn Balor's and stuff like that. They do their art. And then they get to WWE and kind of semi-retirement, right? Yeah. It seemed like Daniel Bryan is a true artist. So he did his art, came to WWE,
and he's
made the money. Now he's going to finish the art that he started. So a really good bookend to his career, I think. The other one, the news is this dude on the camera, if you guys see him, CM Punk, who I'm going to lay it out right now. I've never been a CM Punk fan. I don't understand what his appeal is. I don't understand why he's popular. I think he is very overrated. I think that pipe bomb interview it gets too much credit for that.
It's the best work in the business.
I don't think for people who realize like nothing goes on WWE television without Vince McMahon and the higher ups knowing about it. So they obviously have a hand in that. And to think that he really told them all off. When he went back to Gorilla, the first person you think he saw was Vince. Give him a thumbs up. Good shit, bro.
I think such good shit. I think the only pipe bomb in his pipe bomb promo was saying hi to Coco Bannon.
Yeah. I think okay. Oh, you're such a cool. And then also like his UFC career pissed us off since day one. So,
but okay,
CM Punk to AEW. What's that going to do? I mean,
I think it is going to be a needle mover. I think when they go to All Out, that they're probably going to collapse that stadium. Once CM Punk's music hits.
Yeah.
You know it.
But
and all I want from this is to show direct competition. And the only reason, and I'm saying this in a selfish way, that the only reason I want Punk here is if they move the needle up, they start getting the same numbers as SmackDown and Raw, that's going to force Vince to now compete. Yeah. And that's all I want. I just want good damn wrestling. I don't care if it's from New Japan, WWE, Impact. I just want good Impact. Be pissing me off too with some lazy ass writing, some lazy ass. Who's I didn't find out who's their guy that goes over the matches.
Booker or their producer.
The producer, because man, they be having some ass matches over there in Impact, pissing me off.
Yeah,
but that's a whole nother round. But what I'm trying to say is, I just want them to get to a point where WWE has to now compete. Mm-hmm. And I think as much as I really don't like Punk, I think Punk's going to give that.
Yeah, I think there's this thing going around that Punk and Bryan coming to AEW is the equivalent of Hall and Nash going to WCW. And I thought like that's the farthest thing from the truth. First of all, when Hall and Nash joined WCW, they were in the prime. They were two top stars in WWE. Daniel Bryan, part-timer in WWE. This dude, CM Punk, hasn't been around in 8 years. All he does is complain and tease and make fun of fans online, but fans eat that crap up. I'm never coming back. Shut up. End of tweet. And just goes on, and he's like a commentator for some MMA now, even though he's 0-2 and whatever. Or technically 0-1 now because that 0-1-1, right? Because there's no contest.
There's no contest eventually.
You already said that Daniel Bryan's going to be a part-timer in AEW, and he's going to wrestle everywhere else. So he's not exclusive to AEW anymore. This dude, you think he's gonna come back? CM Punk's gonna come back wrestle full schedule?
Nah.
Even wrestle like maybe 1 or 2 times at all? Is he gonna come back and wrestle?
I think it's gonna be the same thing like Sting and Chris Jericho, where
outside.
We're gonna get matches. We're gonna see some commentary, and in all honesty, I really hope that they don't miss the ball on it. They gotta put him against MJF, Mike versus Mike.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel like that'll probably be the most entertaining thing if they do it right. MJF versus CM Punk, because MJF likes to take some low blows, but CM Punk, you know him, he's the king of troll.
Yeah.
So
I people forget too what the Hall and Nash thing did. It was cool, but they forget, as much as I hate the dude, it was Hogan who put that over.
Yeah, Hogan.
Hall and Nash brought it
glue.
up here, and then Hogan. After Hogan joined the NWO, they were off and running. If it would have been Hall and Nash and just like them causing chaos, it would have been a cool wrestling storyline. But Hogan going heel, that opened up to the masses because that's how massive the star Hogan was.
The crazy part is, it was cool to shit on NWO, but it was also cool to be part of the NWO. It's like it was a win-win over there.
And for as much as I love Daniel Bryan, dude, I remember when he first signed with WWE, and it was announced, hey, this is his last PWG show. Albert, let's go. I think I had some ridiculous thing. We waited in line forever. We got there. We got to see his final match in PWG before going to WWE. So I've been a mark for that dude since day one. CM Punk, never have.
Yeah.
But to equate that to the biggest boom in professional wrestling history, I'm sorry, dude. I love wrestling. I am an AEW mark. I'm a wrestling mark in general. I love all of it. That's not gonna happen. You said the crowd's gonna go off, but that's a wrestling crowd. Essentially, AEW and WWE are competing for the same audience.
You think so?
They are, because I'm watching both. And guess what? I'm still gonna watch both.
Yeah.
It's not one's on Wednesday or one's gonna be on Wednesday, Fridays now. Other one's on Mondays and Fridays, and then Rampage isn't going to be their A show, right? It's going to be a B show.
Yeah, that's what it
so.
seems like.
SmackDown beat us, but it's our B show. We're not really doing much. It's kind of AEW dark, but a different level, right? They're competing for this. So this notion going on online. This is going to be the new war, and there's a new boom. The world's a different place, man. You're not going to get 8 million people watching one thing at one time unless it's like a major sport. And I'm sorry, it's just how the world is now.
I can see that a lot, but again, when it comes to the whole signing, to me it's just a selfish thing in my part. Again, all I want to see is Kenny versus Bryan Danielson. I just want to see Kenny versus Okada. I want to see Kenny versus Ibushi. You know, I just want to see all these matchups. And Daniel Bryan kind of brings them all together because there's shit. I even want to see Daniel Bryan versus Andrade because I don't think we ever saw it in WWE.
Yeah, and I think too, what's really cool about this too, and I know he's hurt, but when he gets healthy, bro, Will Ospreay is the king of the mountain of everybody. So I know he's hurt. But people forget about it.
Imagine Will Ospreay versus Daniel Bryan.
That'd be cool.
Or give me a triple threat with Kenny. Get out of here, bro.
Oh my god, I'm gonna think about it. All right. That's enough for this. Wow. I'm excited for Bryan. Not excited for CM Punk. Never have been, but
I still think it's going to be a needle mover.
It is going to be, sure, but it's not going to be earth shattering. Where the CM Punk isn't going to single handedly bring down WWE, and neither is Daniel Bryan. Especially, I think if AEW is just one of his many stops, he's going to be making this post career. He said too, he's going to work a limited schedule. And he's going to wrestle other people. Yeah. So if I miss him on Dynamite, well, I could catch him on New Japan. Or if I miss him on Rampage, I could catch him on whatever Ring of Honor show he's going to be in. So that's the kind of good and bad thing about this, is that when you are a WWE wrestler, you're exclusive to WWE. Yeah. So if you want to see Roman Reigns, only place you can watch him is on Monday or Fridays. If I'm a big Moxley fan, well, I kind of want to watch him in New Japan instead, or Bloodsport, or Game Changer. I could watch him, which is great for Moxley and great for the performer. Is it really great for AEW when my talent is going everywhere else? Just think about that in the big picture.
That's true.
I'm all for the wrestlers. Moxley, I think
the only place you can see Kenny versus Daniel is AEW, bro.
Or what if, or what if Kenny says, "Oh, let's do an Impact"? I don't know.
They better not do that.
What if for the Impact title? So you see, there's possibilities, but it's cool. It's cool, and I think it's definitely the inmates running the asylum, which is the artists should always have more control, and I'm always going to advocate that. I'm always going to advocate wrestlers having more options, but this whole like, hey man, this is it. This is the final nail in the coffin for WWE. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. That's it for round number 3. I know we went super long on that one, but we got a great interview coming up next with Dre, the One-Eyed Dragon, Miley, professional fighter out of Tennessee. He has a fight coming up this Friday, July 30th for XMMA. He's going to drop, tell us a great story, unique story, man. Got some adversity, and he's climbing the ranks, trying to get signed to the national promotions. Hopefully it's going to come up really soon. This interview was recorded last week, so you'll notice me wearing a different black hat and a different wrestling shirt. So make sure to stick around for the interview, and stick around post-interview. We got some stuff to announce too as well.
5-round MMA.
Welcome, everyone. We are back. We are joined here by professional mixed martial artist Dre, the One-Eyed Dragon. Miley, Dre, how's it going, man?
It's going pretty good. How you doing?
Good, good. Thank you for joining us here. I know you're a few short days away from your fight at XMMA, July 30th versus John Sweeney. How are you feeling coming up? Just a few days away now. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited to go into Hell Week. So I'm ready to get this weight off of me. I'm ready to go ahead and just do this whole fight thing with him because it's past due already. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, you guys were scheduled to fight last year. What was the reason for the cancellation? Was it like a COVID thing or what happened?
No, he didn't want to make weight.
He didn't want to make weight? Okay. Wow. So there's already some kind of animosity towards you two already coming in, huh?
Well, yeah, because he was trying to play it up, saying like I was afraid of him and I'm a coward and all this. But like he messaged my coach and was like, "Hey, I can't make weight anymore. I'm stuck at 43 or 44, whatever it was." And was like, "Could we do a catch weight?" And I was like, "No, because you broke the contract. So why would I honor your request? You can honor the original one."
Yeah,
That's true.
So with like you said, you're just trying to make weight this close to a fight. Are you focusing on anything specific for your training, or are you just trying to like make weight, kind of stay healthy, trying to get inside the cage for the night of?
It's more of both. Usually, it's hot as hell down here in Tennessee. So the humidity is like killing us. So your weight cutting during the summertime is probably perfect because you don't have to worry about what you got to do, what you don't have to do. And really, it's just been fine tuning techniques. Finalizing the game plan, knowing what I'm going to do. And then this week, I don't have to worry about critiquing anything. I can just go straight through and just blow through my stuff and just be enjoying Hell Week as much as I can.
Yeah.
So you said you're from Tennessee. Right now, MMA is very coastal, West Coast, East Coast. How's the MMA community out there in Tennessee right now?
It's actually pretty big. Like fighting on Balor, we have a lot of guys coming from every direction to come fight on the shows. Because for a while there, Balor was the only one putting on fights. So it's been nice to see a big growth in the promotion. And, we have people from California come in. We've had people from Michigan and Canada. It's crazy.
So what do you train out of? What gym?
Knoxville Martial Arts Academy.
How long have you been there?
Roughly 12 years now.
12 years.
12.
Wow. So tell us a bit of your background. Athletically, growing up, did you play any sports? And what was it about mixed martial arts that kind of called to you?
Well, I played football and basketball. I pretty much played all the standard sports. I fell into MMA because of I had a car wreck and I lost my eye, and I needed something to do to replace the void for football because football totally backed out on me. So I needed something to do, and my grandparents at the time were like, "Hey, you need to go out and do something. Go find something to do. You can't sit in your room, you're feeling sorry for yourself." I looked up, saw UFC on TV one day, and I was like, "I'd like to try that." And then next thing you know, I stumbled into the gym that I'm at now, and the rest is history.
So obviously, your nickname, the One-Eyed Dragon, you kind of mentioned there. You got a car accident, impaired your vision here. Kind of talk about that adversity that you had to come through. You said that the traditional sports, the team sports are taken away from you, but you're found mixed martial arts. How did that help you kind of overcome the adversity and losing your eye?
Because this sport, it's a team sport, but also it's a youth sport. So if you don't do well, that's on you. Like your team could push you, they can do all the things right for you, give you great looks, but ultimately it's on you. So I really needed a sport that would focus on me and be like, "Hey, you need to fix this about you. You need to do this." So I think that's what that's what drew me more to MMA than playing anything else, and helped me overcome like I have one eye, but I have to work on my depth perception. Otherwise, I'm not gonna hit nobody or I'm not gonna take anybody down. So it's helped me out with that tremendously.
Now, do you have any issues with the athletic commissions getting cleared to fight, or is that not an issue at all? Do you have to kind of go through extra tests for them to get cleared?
In the beginning, when I was trying to fight in Tennessee, they made me do it. So I had to go to see an eye specialist in South Carolina, and I ended up having to train in front of them and spar in front of them, so that way if they could see if I could do it. And they gave me the go ahead. They gave me the green light, and they was like, "Yeah, he can do it." And then after that, I've just been fighting ever since. But for 3 years, I could not fight in Tennessee. Like, I tried. I could fight everywhere else, but I couldn't fight in my home state, which is just ridiculous. But it is what it is.
So, sticking with that, so if you were to, like, let's say, fight in Vegas or whatever, do you have to go through a whole skill assessment still, or is there some unique way that you just get past now that Tennessee passed you?
I think that since I fought in Tennessee and, they let me do it and I have a license, I don't see how they could say no. Even if they did maybe do the special test, I'd be down with it anyways. So I think it's just a matter of effort. And I've contemplated on just like filing for a Las Vegas license or a Nevada commission license just to see if they'll give it to me. So, I mean, it's not like no one over there knows who I am. So
Yeah. That's good. Being proactive, because you obviously know the bigger you get, you have to fight more different states. Obviously, Vegas being the home of MMA, you're very forward thinking that way, man. Obviously, trying to get out there, get as many interviews as possible. Why is it so important for fighters to get themselves out there, think ahead as opposed to just thinking right now? You think about the future, getting yourself out there on social media, getting stuff there, on different interview platforms. Going ahead and thinking, you know what, I should maybe get clearance for another state, because you never know, that phone call comes up. I could be fighting for Bellator, I could be fighting for LFA, I could be fighting for the UFC in a heartbeat.
Yeah, well, I mean, we live in this time where social media is so big and it's so impactful, so you have to use it. And I tell like everybody at the gym who doesn't like using social media, so you'd be a fool to not do it, because you can use it for so many things. And yeah, staying proactive, because you never know when your name's going to be called. I could count how many times that people has called the gym. It's like, hey, do you have this person ready? Like, I need a 45 ready. Do you have them ready? And be like, yes, or be like, no. It's really like that. So you have to put yourself out there. This is a competitive sport outside the cage too, because everybody's trying to sell themselves. Everybody can throw punches and kicks and takedowns, but hardly anybody can be a salesman. And you have to be a salesman, because as a fighter, you're your own CEO. Like, you're a walking brand. You're a walking business. So you have to be able to tell people what will drive people to look at your business and invest in your business more than the ex person business.
And I think your story is very unique. You're able to turn a tragedy, an accident, into inspiration and motivation for yourself. Fear, man. So I think the cameras should be very, the storytellers, the producers behind the shows, man. They should say, okay, Dre Miley, there's a story here to be told. And do you kind of like that? Maybe being an inspiration to people who've gone through some tough times.
I used to not be like that. I used to hate it when people say, yeah, that's inspiration. It's like, I'm just a normal person just trying to live. But now, like, more and more I think about it, people need somebody, kind of like me, to be like, hey, I can go through anything. And then having 3 boys of my own, like, I don't want them growing up thinking that life's going to be handed to you, because it's not. Yeah. Life will never be handed to you, and life will be taken away from you. So you have to work. You got to put the work in. No one's going to hold your hand. No one's going to say, oh, well, just give you a gimme. You got to work. It's hard out here. And so I would do anything I can to show people that it can be done.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned your family earlier, your boys right now. Talk about your support system outside of the cage and how they've helped you kind of get to where you're at in your career. And that you're recently married too, correct?
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. Talk about your family a little bit, man.
I mean, I just got 3 boys. They're 10, 9, and 5. So, they are really good. Sometimes they can be knuckleheads, but they're boys. So, it keeps me in check sometimes. So I have to readjust how I'm going to go at them. So, I mean, the support system's really good. They tell their friends about it. And I've had my middle He went and showed kids at school videos of me fighting. I was like, you can't do that. 'Cause people get the wrong idea. Yeah. So, but they all like it. They all train with me too. My wife, she does the workout class that we have at the gym too. So it's really a big family affair, and everybody at the gym, we all help each other, and we're all a big family. So that's the biggest thing. No one cares if you win. No one cares if you lose. They just want to see you succeed. That's all it ultimately is.
That's awesome, man. Like, even in a loss, there's still some lessons to be learned, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Dre, I got to ask you too, man. So we got the July 30th. How are you seeing this fight kind of play out with you?
I see it second round. As much as I hate going distances, I see it second round because watching his last fight, he tries to blow his load first 5 minutes. So as long as I weather the storm, and I know he's going to throw big bombs. I know he's going to try to do this. If I can get him tired in the first round, I can finish him in the second, or I could finish him in the first. At this point, it really doesn't matter. It's more of me being conscious about what he's going to do, and he's not changed over the years. So, and I have. So that's the big thing.
Mm. So looking forward to it, July 30th, ex-MMA, Dre, the One-Eyed Dragon Miley against John Sweeney. Before we let you go, where can people get a hold of you on social media? You have any sponsors you want to get a shout-out? And if people want to sponsor you for the upcoming fight, where can they get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me on Instagram at Dre Miley, MMA 135. And on Twitter, you type in the number 1, I Dragon Dre. You can find me on Twitter. I'm on there a lot talking to people, trying to, stir the pot with some people, try to get my name out there.
I like it.
I mean, that's what I got to do. You got to talk to people.
Yep.
I was talking to a dude the other day, or not, last night, about the fights, and come to find out he fights the same weight class as me, and he has virtually the same record as me. So I told him I'm gonna be watching for that fight. I'm just letting people know that I'm going to show up. So
that's cool, man. Like you said,
yeah.
You're the CEO of yourself, right? And if you're not gonna do it for yourself, who's gonna do it for you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no one's going to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, for you. So you got to talk. You got to speak up.
Cool. One last thing. You want to give a shout out to your coaches, your gym, any sponsorship you have coming up?
Yeah, just give a shout out to, everybody at Knoxville Martial Arts Academy. Everybody that helps me do really well. Keeps me, sharp, both mentally and physically and emotionally, because that's a big thing. It's very big in this sport. You can't be emotionally invested in stuff. Otherwise, your lifespan as a fighter will start to crumble. So Frankie's Body Shop, my strength and conditioning over there, they got me doing all kinds of crazy stuff, being lean and strong, stuff like that. My wife and kids, they tolerate me. I told my wife earlier today, I said, this is about to be hell week, so I'm not going to be someone to be around, and I'm apologizing in advance. She understands, but still, it's still hard. It's still hard on me. Everybody feels it. So hopefully that this one won't be as bad as the past few camps, as me biting at people. So, cool. And then thank you guys for having me on. And anybody that wants to sponsor me, by all means, just hit me up. We'll talk shop. I'll put you on my shorts, put you on a shirt, whatever you want, just to get your business out there. As long as you help me. Cool.
All right, Jerry. Thank you so much. Best of luck on July 30th. For upcoming fight, we'll have you on again, man, in the near future. Best of luck.
All right, man. See you.
All right. Thank you very much. Dre Miley, everybody.
5-round MMA.
Thank you very much to Dre, the One-Eyed Dragon Miley. Again, this Friday, July 30th, ex-MMA.
A long waited matchup.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I actually I didn't know anything about the history between him and who he's going to fight. So I'm actually pretty excited to check it out now.
Yeah. Again, he dropped all of his social media and way to get a hold of him too. He's very active on Twitter. He's kind of cool. So he'll interact with you. Super cool guy. Again, great story. Thank you all. Thank him for being on the show. And if you're an upcoming fighter, professional fighter, whether it be mixed martial arts, if you're in jiu-jitsu, anything like that, any combat sports, boxer, professional wrestler, hit us up. We're on Instagram.
Love to have you.
We're on Twitter. We're on TikTok at 5roundmma, FIVE round MMA. Drop us an email, 5roundmma@gmail.com. Get a hold of us, man. We'll have you on here. We'll help you promote. We're all about that. I mean, we've done that for a long time. We've had the likes of Kevin Lee before he got signed, Miranda Maverick, Jared Vandera, who's a UFC heavyweight now. So many fighters who were either on the verge of a UFC contract or a Bellator contract, they're in our past archives. So
Lorenz
Larkin. I mean, they're all there, man.
Yep.
So go, if you don't believe us, go to 5roundmma.com, check it out, or even go to our YouTube channel for the back archives. Again, hit us up. We have no problem. We'll give you the platform to express yourself, to showcase yourself here. That's it for this week's show. Thank you all for tuning in this week. Again, whether it be in audio format, wherever you get your podcast, we are available. Or if you're on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to leave a comment. If I am completely wrong on my CM Punk takes, let me know. Because I know he has a lot of hardcore fans out there.
Oh, I hope they come and troll us, bro. I want you to come in the page and write it.
If you're a Goldberg Mark, please come and troll. Please come and troll
Prove
Albert.
me wrong.
If you're
Prove
Goldberg
me wrong.
Sting Mark,
I double dare anybody prove me wrong. And when you prove me wrong, please tag a good match that Goldberg has had. Please. I dare you to show me a good Goldberg match. Double dare you, bro.
Double dog dare you. That's it for this week's show. This week's show is brought to you by Foxhound Fuel. Go to foxhoundfuel.com. Use promo code 5MMA to get yourself 25% off your order. Train hard, stay sharp with either one or all three of their great workout formulas. They have a pre-workout, ready workout during hydration, and a post-workout recovery formula. Natural ingredient, no artificial sweeteners, no jittery feeling. It's just good stuff to get you through, to get you ready, get you through, and get to post-workout so you're back stronger and better for the next one. That's Foxhound Fuel. Train hard, stay sharp. Foxhoundfuel.com. And also a big, huge thank you to Wildbar, all natural ingredients for energy and recovery, nutrient-dense nutrition food bars, natural, paleo, vegan-friendly, no refined sugars, non-GMO, gluten-free, made with all natural ingredients that you have to pronounce stuff. Hey, I know what that is. That tastes great. They're great flavors. I got hemp seed and pineapple in my hands here. We got cherry and blueberry. Go to wildbar.co, enter promo code 5roundmma15 for 15% off your order wildbar.co. Thank you all so much. Again, keep up to date with us on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at 5roundmma. It's FIVE round MMA. Visit 5roundmma.com. And I think that's all. Am I missing anything else?
No, I think you checked them all off.
Hey guys, Albert, anything?
I just want to say, now that we got Wildbar, I'm hoping I can kill it this week, bro, so I can finally give you guys some before-after pictures.
Before and after.
But I need to just destroy my body.
Hit it up
but
for
it's
a snack.
all good because
Yep.
I'm going to recover real good with Wildbar and Foxhound Fuel. So, yeah, thanks everybody for watching.
See you guys next week.